everyone, welcome back to our daily Clues by Sam. We have very nice weather today, a little rain, and finally it's getting cold here, so very enjoyable, very cozy for us to have a little game, and it's an easy one, so we're gonna have a short time together today, but I hope it is good for people who are studying. If you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it is a daily puzzle where there are 20 people and each of them must either be a criminal or an innocent, and you gotta figure that out using the clues that they might give you. So it's a nice day to play for the first time, and if you need any help with the mechanics, I'm gonna start my game now and explain my logic as I go so you can follow along. There is a link in the description to take you to the sites if you want to play. So let's start. We start with Noah telling us that no innocent neighboring Freya is a guard. So Freya has 2 guards neighboring her, and none of them are innocent. Good, we don't need Noah's clue anymore. Now Joy says that Donald and Isaac have no innocent neighbors in common, and Donald and Isaac have 2 neighbors in common. If none of them are innocent, that means that both Hope and Eve are criminals. And now Eve says that exactly one of the guards has 3. Oh, one of the 3 guards has a criminal directly to the right of them. Well, that person is not Gabe, because Gabe, although he's a guard, has a criminal to their right. Eve doesn't have anybody to her right, so Joy has to be the guard that has... Oh, we're talking about criminals and I was thinking about innocents. There we go. There we go. So one of the guards has a criminal to their right, and that is Gabe, which means that no other guards have criminals to their right. Eve doesn't have anybody to her right. Joy couldn't have a criminal, so Kevin, who is to her right, is an innocent. Almost clicked criminal there. Kevin says now that row 4 is the only row with exactly 1 criminal. Row 4 has only 1 criminal. So let's think about this. Row 3 has 1 criminal so far, so it needs a second one because it's not row 4, which has only 1, and Mark is the last person left in that row, so he has to be the second criminal. Mark now says that Isaac has only 1 innocent neighbor, and that's Noah, so Donald, the last neighbor for Isaac, couldn't be an innocent. Now Donald says that both innocents below Eve are connected, so the other innocent besides Noah who is below Eve is gonna be either Isaac or Sophia, who are the people connected to Noah. And Zane, who is not connected to him, is not an innocent. Now Zane says that Noah has exactly 2 innocent neighbors. Well, one of them is gonna either be Isaac or Sophia, we just figured that out, so the second one has to be Noah's last innocent neighbor, or the last neighbor that he has that doesn't have a row yet, and that's Rowan. Innocents, we're talking about innocents, gotta always make sure. Rowan now says that Freya has more criminal neighbors than Noah. So we know that Noah has 3 criminal neighbors, Hope, Mark, and somebody that we haven't figured out yet. So Freya has to have a third one, who's either Alice or Bonnie. Right? Oh. Freya has more criminal neighbors than Noah. I was thinking they had the same number, but Freya has to have more than 3. So she has 2 already, and she has to have 2 more, and she only has 2 more people neighboring her left. So those 2 have to be criminals. We don't need a roll in school anymore. Now Alice says that there's an odd number of criminals neighboring Gabe. Well, Gabe has an odd number of criminals neighboring him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to make 7 the odd number, Freya has to be a criminal as well. The last neighbor for Gabe. Freya now says that only 1 column has exactly 2 innocents. Columns we're talking about. Well, column D is gonna have 2 innocents for sure. So that means that column C couldn't have 2, and it has only 1 person left. If that person were to be an innocent, that will make column C have 2 innocents, so that person can't be an innocent. That's Wally. Wally now says that only 1 person above Rowan has an innocent directly to the right of them. An innocent. And that is Mark, who has Noah as an innocent to their right. Mark's above Rowan. So that means that Hope, who's also above Rowan, couldn't have an innocent, and Isaac is a criminal then, and that makes Sophia an innocent. Now we know that either Olive or Phil are a criminal because there's only 1 criminal in row 4, so let's keep that in mind. And Sophia says there's an odd number of criminals neighboring Uma. If we know that either Olive or Phil are gonna be a criminal and the other one an innocent, along with Wally, that makes 2 criminals named Uma, and that's an even number. So we need the third one to make an odd number, and that has to be Tina. Now Tina says that each column has at least 1 innocent. So that makes column A need an innocent, and it only has 1 person left, that's Olive. So Olive has to be the innocent in that column, which makes Phil a criminal. And now we know that column B can't have a second innocent because column D is the only column with 2 innocents, so Uma has to be a criminal, and we are done the puzzle. So how long did that take? Took a little while, because I had to police myself not to click innocent when I was talking about a criminal or vice versa, because I find that the quicker I try to get these done, the faster or the more often I get these types of errors where I'm thinking about innocents and clicking criminals, or switching the terms in the clue while I'm reading them, like I'm reading something and thinking about the other thing. So I probably take longer the easier the puzzle is, because my brain is trying to sabotage me. I think. But I'm doing a good job of not letting that get to me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll leave this here for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for more Clues by Sam.